Okay, so this is October 29th, 2023, and I just got done with the remainder of my work on the berry patch for the year. So I just wanted to document this quick, just so I know what I have planted. I went to Seed to Feed, and they had a berry patch that they were getting rid of, and they had a bunch of raspberries, blackberries, currants, and gooseberries that they allowed me to dig up. So I dug up as many as I felt I could use, and all of the large stems that are seen here are new plantings. I ended up planting probably 12 to 15 raspberries and about the same amount of blackberries. And these are supposedly a large blackberry variety on these smooth canes. And they're supposed to be a very big berry as well. So they're planted every 12 to 18 inches. I do have a couple of wild ones here that I left just for posterity. And then over here are, this whole line here are currants from canes that I had picked up at the 2023 seed swap at Goshen College this spring. And they're, all the white protectors have viable and good growth in them. So here's to hoping that 2024 everything grows out and looks well. This here is one of the currant plants that I grabbed from Seed to Feed. And up until this pole is all currants, black and red. There might be a white or a pink one in there somewhere, but I'm going to have to check my notes. And then here, all of these are John's elderberry that I picked up on an Etsy store this past spring and grew out. They're doing really well. I just have to find or buy 2 more elderberry shoots to put in there, and I'll probably pick something other than John's. I might grab an Adams variety. Here I just finished up cleaning this area up so that I could plant Michigan State kiwis in them in the spring. They are supposed to be planted every 10 feet, and this spot here has about 15 to 18 feet. So I'll put a post at the very beginning, the middle, and the end, and I will put a male plant in the middle and 2 females on the outside edge. And I'm going to grab those from Luke Gaucho, who runs Half Moon Farms in Goshen. Here I've got a couple of aronias and goji berries. This guy right here is a goji berry. And then the next 3 here are gooseberries from Seed to Feed. Another currant. I'll find out in the spring if it's black or red. Same thing here. I've got 4 currant plants, not sure if they're black or red. Again, find out in the spring. And then this one has been kind of a holdout for the last 2 years. The deer keep getting to all of my berries, so I'm going to have to add a solar-powered electric fence to all of the berries and grapes. Here is the grape trellis that I built this summer. The beginning for our seedless Concord grapes that I got from Walmart. Again, the deer went after them, so I had to put protectors around them. And then this is a Niagara white variety, these next 4. The next 2 here in this section are red, and I believe these then are either Concords or Niagaras. The plan here is that I'd like to plant a couple of blueberry bushes if I can find some locally. If not, I'll probably grab some from Indiana Berry. Same thing with the kiwis. If I can't get those propagated from Luke, I probably will just go to Indiana Berry and pick up a male and 2 females. They were only like $12 a vine, so that probably will be the route I take. These 2 here are Chicago Hardy figs. You can kind of see down the top there that there's still some green there, but they're just taking a while to root. This next line here is American persimmons. These 4 here, 2 of them I got from a member of the Seed to Feed farms, and then the other 2 here are ones that I actually planted myself. These 4 here are pawpaws. 2 of them I got from this one, and the one with the bucket around it I got from the Seed to Feed. And then these 2 I picked up from Stark. This one's a, I believe it's this is a sunflower variety, and then this is the mango variety. These here are self-grown pawpaws that I had from seed. Down further, if you can see the 2 white tags, those were wild mulberries that I transplanted so that NIPSCO would not cut them out when they come through. These 2 cages right here are different persimmon varieties. This is the Rosienka, and this is the Tam Cam. Unfortunately, I don't think the Tam Cam made it this summer, so I'm going to have to either buy a new one, or if the rootstock survives, I might graft something from Luke. He has Yates and Proc over his property, so I might ask him for a couple of scion woods from it. The next ones over here are fruit trees from Menards. These first 2 are alderman plums. This one is a Stark nectarine. This is a June Princess nectarine. And then these next 2 are peach varieties that I also got from Stark. Running down this final row is my cherry trees. This one I picked up actually from Lake Michigan area, and it's a choke cherry. These next 2 are Nanking cherries that I picked up at Tractor Supply as seedlings. These next 5 that have cones, white cones in them, are seed from the cherry tree back in Ohio. I'm not sure if they're actually going to give me the same seed or the same cherry as I got from home, but here's to hoping. This one died out, so I'm going to have to replant him, maybe with the grafts that I made from that tree back home as well. And then the last 5 are Menards cherries. This one's a Van Semidorf. This is a North Star cherry. Another North Star cherry. Stella. And then this one is this one was a Bing sweet cherry. This summer was really bad for dryness, and I tried to keep them as watered as I could, but I just couldn't keep up. So I'm hoping that they'll make it If not, I'll have to use my rebate, or my replacement guarantee that they have on 1-year-old trees, and I'll just buy some more, I guess. The long-term plan here too is that I'm going to finish out this row probably with cherry trees, and I have a number of seed from a member of Seed to Feed that I'm going to put in a couple of different varieties of trees, both there and at the end, because NIPSCO took out all of the cypress that were down there. So I'm planning on putting a bunch of seeds from Steve Schenk and their hazelnut variety. I'm going to stratify the seeds this winter and plant them at the south end of the property, and I'll probably do likewise down there as well. So that's what everything looks like right now. The 2 apple trees that I planted for Jama seem to be doing well. They're over next to where the lavender is located. One is a Gaia Buckeye, I'm not sure how to pronounce it, apple variety. And then the next one is her Shenango apple. And then I have 2 Bosque pears. And I've got them close to some different, got a crab apple there that I can use for cross-pollination. And there's some calorie pears on the property too that will hopefully help aid with pollination with the bosques. Finally here I've got the lavender patch. So far the Munstead variety here seems to be doing the best. Out of the 12 that I had planted, only, I want to say only one, actually none of them died. No, one of them did die and I replanted this year. So I had 1 in 12 that died. The next row here is the Phenomenal Lavender. This one I had really poor results with. I had what looks to be 1, 2, 3, 4 to 6 that kicked the bucket. I replanted a couple of them with starts that I had made in the middle of winter. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Yep, so 4 of them. I'll have to take cuttings this winter and start them maybe around February. And hopefully I'll probably take a dozen cuttings of each one of them. That way I've got enough to completely replace everything if I have to. This last line is the Hidcote variety, and they're actually flowering right now, which is kind of surprising to me. And out of those, I lost, I want to say 2. Yep, 2. So actually that was a replacement cutting that I did, and that one the cutting didn't take. So this one had a 2 out of 12 failure rate. This had a 6 out of 12 failure rate, and the Munstead had a 1 out of 12 failure rate. I have not done anything different. So there's a 2x2, there's a 2 foot wide by 2 foot deep hole that's filled with dirty sand that was recommended to me on the Facebook group. And I just think it got too wet for them this spring, and everything just kind of died out on the Phenomenals. I think they're probably really good with lack of water, but too much water, the Phenomenals just did not fare well. I still have this particular pile that I either need to burn or chip, and I've got about 10 yards of wood mulch that I got from NIPSCO. I'm trying to decide if I just keep that for the winter or if I'm going to put that on the berry patch back here to use as mulch for the spring. I might just take it and spread it out there if it dries out enough. So I had harvested the first set of corn, and that's now what you're seeing is all the daikon radish that's growing up. there's not much growing over here. I really should come through here with either my tiller or my disc and work that up a bit before the winter. And then over here I still need to get the brush hog and knock everything down over here because it's in a really sorry state. But we'll just have to see what happens with the weather. So that is pretty much everything that I've got going at this point. I still need to work on that shed and maybe do a bit of cleanup. It needs a general mowing. But overall, this is the state of the garden berry patch grapes as of the 29th of October 2023. Thank you very much for watching.